is. I don't give a fuck. Streaming. On what? Yeah, just YouTube. Of course it is. Just YouTube, folks. My shit's all fucked up. Just trying to fucking get everything set up for y'all, but just not happening. Let me at least post for people that were on YouTube. I said tonight was supposed to be a little bit more of just kind of learning anyway, or not learning, but testing this whole shit out anyways.
Yep.
But I will say I hustled my ass off to try and get this fucking done. I've been working on this shit for like 7 hours. Not even exaggerating. Showing up. He probably was thinking we weren't streaming. Okay. So yeah, so
You do YouTube, but people actually watch you. I can actually watch
what's that? Oh, I see.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yo. What's that?
Yo,
Why do I hear myself?
I don't hear me at all.
Yeah. Oh, I know what I got to do. Hold on. Yo.
Yo,
What's that? Why do I hear myself?
I don't hear me at all.
Oh, I know what I got to do. Hold on. Yo.
Yo,
Why do I hear myself?
I don't hear me at all.
Oh, I know what I got to do. Hold on. Yo.
Ba 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 da ba.
Oh, I know what I got to do.
Peace world. No. Peace world. No. Oh, I hear it faint. Peace world. No. Yo. No, like ghostly. Yo. There we go. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. All right.
Yo.
At the end of the day, this is not how the stream's going to be looking. This is just what we're working with for right now. I spent mad fucking hours trying to get all this shit set up. And then at the very last minute, it decided that it didn't want to stream. I was like, what the fuck? But I like how this shit's going to be set up when we're all done.
Yeah.
Just for right now. It's like, oh, you know what? That's the one I got to change.
Mic drop.
Hold on a second. You know what? I have another mic thing for that. Hold on a second.
Yo. This guy's like completely disgusting. They're like a weird wet though. It's like rubber. It's like it's like Tupperware, like when you lift Tupperware. Smash that like button.
Smash it. So yeah, so I'm thinking though, so what I'll try and do for next week is, oh, let's fucking sit here, might as well. Yeah. For next week, I'll try and get, I'll try and make sure before we even do the show that I know if the green screen's working or not.
Yeah.
If the green screen isn't gonna work, then I'm just gonna like do shit with the lights, make the shit look better.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah, one way or another, we'll get this shit popping.
Mm-hmm.
I think all in all, though, like, I'm going to have to back this shit up, definitely, because I feel like it's just too close. But, again, I feel all in all, though, like, I like where it's going. I'm going to have a rug here, the whole nine. But
So this is like the fourth setup?
Yeah, in reality.
In a way.
Because we had
Starting
the sun porch, right? Which you know what? I was talking with Leg. I might actually just like wall off majority of that and only keep a couple of windows and turn it into, and then put like a wall up closer to the back door so the dogs still have their area to come in from outside.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm thinking about it. If I do that, like, and if I were to like make that the studio up, it's going to be smaller than this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of like, why even bother? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The only thing I don't really like about down here is you're going to hear the furnace kick on. Remember those days?
Yeah.
Those days are returning. So
returning sounds crazy. And you could be warm up there, right? Not that it's cold down here. But
no, but in wintertime, it's much harder. Well, if there wasn't so many windows out there, then it'd be easier to heat it.
So
but that's harder to maintain temperature. This stays more comfortable down here in winter and summer. You know what I mean? Because this is like...
It worked. I never had a...
Temperature... Well, we got hot sometimes. You know what I'm saying? That would be about it.
No, I got menopause.
No, I remember fucking Justo complaining about it all the time.
Oh yeah, sweat. He sweats doing nothing.
I can't really front on him though, because I'm kind of one of those sweaty people too. I'll just start sweating.
Like sweat for blinking your eye?
Nah, not that bad. But if I start doing anything like physical, I'll easily start sweating.
Like he can't do nothing. He can't even like lick a stamp.
No, I'm not that bad. I think my case is really just the fucking toxins that's leaking out. Like I'm not as healthy as I should be. Like I'm on one part I'm healthier, and then on the other part I still have these toxins. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So my body's like, dude, you need to get rid of all of this shit. You can't half step. Yeah. My body's telling me I'm half step.
Walking around farting, coming out.
I'm letting it all out.
You ever think about?
I have exercised the demons.
Yeah, you might need to try Pilates. I heard that like gets rid of all the gas.
Why would Pilates get rid of the gas? I heard it gets rid of the gas. But why?
Somebody told me that.
But why?
I don't know.
Trying to drink a latte. She need to do Pilates. Was that Kanye West?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Mm-hmm. No. They're frying him right now.
Yeah, what? So I get pushing the envelope on shit, but sometimes he just does stupid shit. Like as far as fashion wise is concerned, or being different. Like, that mouthpiece thing that he has in and whatnot.
What mouthpiece?
You didn't see it? He's got like this big like black fucking front on his top teeth. I'm just like
he's boxing?
Oh, pretty much. That's what it pretty much looks like, and it just looks all fucked up. And it's like, and he's looks unkept to top it all off. You didn't see this shit?
Nah, what's in his mouth?
I don't know. Damn, I can't fucking.
Why is he playing with his mouth?
I can't show the stream shit right now.
Guy, yo. He's so the thing about it, people be thinking that I'd be like Team Kanye. I'm just Team Misunderstood.
So generally speaking, generally speaking,
this is getting out of hand.
I'm not a Kanye hater. I'm usually kind of like on the side of, I wouldn't call myself like a huge fan of him, but I kind of like how he pushes the envelope. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's a way more intelligent than people. People want to dismiss him as crazy, but Kanye knows what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah, he's not crazy, but this is crazy.
What is he doing now, though?
Yeah. He's got White Lives Matter.
Oh, the white. Yeah, I see.
He's got that. You're talking about this mouthpiece.
I got into an argument with my coworker who's Pakistani.
About the White Lives Matter?
Yeah, he's like, but all lives matter. I'm like, yes, they do. But I was like, but Black Lives Matter for that movement to let you know that, hey, all lives might matter, but that means we matter too. I'm like, wow. I'm like, I don't understand how you don't understand.
None of it matters, actually.
Yeah, but when it boils down to
that. I'm about to have that shit.
Right.
None of it matters.
Actually, I'll get that too.
Like, who gives
I'll
a
rock
fuck?
that with you. If you get it.
Yeah. Fuck all that matters.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Take a page out of Metallica's Nothing Else Matters.
Oh.
That's one of their tracks.
But I remember that song. Actually, someone sampled that. Okay. But yeah, it's not even about the white lie. It's just why. What are you talking about? White lives matter? Clearly. Yeah, I am done.
I can't show the stream, unfortunately.
What else did he do? That shit that he's like holding on to right there? With his mouth? Look at his mouth. Yes. What is it? Black fronts?
Yeah, but it's like stupid. In my opinion.
So is it rubber?
I don't know. Hold on a second.
I don't know. At this point, he could be losing his mind. We don't know.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes you get rich.
And we'll never know. It could be creative genius. It could be him losing his mind. It could be the phases of the moon. It could be retrograde. It could be all types of shit. What? Does it say something? Balenciaga? It does, though. But it says Balenciaga. I mean, he didn't come out with it. He's just wearing it. So they're using him as the fucking...
Wish I could put it up on the stream, but unfortunately I can't.
He's the product placement for this.
Hold on one second. I'm going to get some ashtrays.
To smoke the weed that's not being smoked?
Yes.
I don't know, yay, man. You're my guy, but this is... Add it up to here with this. The beard looks a little wild, too. But I've let mine grow long. Crazy. Just... Now we're going to get a bunch of people coming out with these mouthpieces with their names on the front. This is going to be a thing. Other brands, yeah. So they put it on him purposely. He was like, hell yeah, I'll put it on and wear it. He wants to be the guy that starts it. You know him.
Oh, yeah, most certainly.
I have to admit, though, this looks dumb. And I have big front teeth, so I couldn't even wear that. It would like, take up all my mouth. You think they would go by sizes?
Yeah, they'd have to.
My shit is like 2X.
You'd have to get it fitted.
It'll probably only show on the front too. It'll probably like
your whole mouth would just be.
It'll
black.
just pull. The front two teeth will just pull from the sides.
Shit.
It'll just say BA. It won't even say Balenciaga. But.
All right, so hopefully shit looking all right. It looked like we lagging a little bit, but
we got another light.
Lagging a little bit.
Yeah, we gotta get.
Oh, no.
Tyranny of man. I think that's deep though, right? I feel like it is. Gotta drag everybody over to the YouTube.
Yeah, I really just want to be streaming on YouTube personally, but I know a lot of people watch on Facebook.
But yeah, so this match is you got this guy. No, I'm saying you got mad shit going on. You got this guy, you got the Dahmer craze.
Yeah, I still haven't watched it.
No?
No.
Oh yeah. In fact, I went on a whole like binge of like serial killing shit. Mm-hmm. Like I was never interested in serial killers. I think the only serial killer that I like read a book up on was Zodiac. I mean, I know like the basics of all of them, or not all of them, but the main ones. But the Zodiac killer was the first serial killer that I actually like read like the whole book and got like. I
think I did back in the day on that before, like right before the movie came out. Because like the movie got announced and I was like, I don't want to watch the movie until I know about it more, just so it can be that much cooler seeing it visualized. But beyond that, you know what's made me learn the most about fucking serial killers is I look them up. Like if I ever want to say them in my rhymes. Like John Gacy or whatever it is.
You have him in one.
Gacy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said, you hear that beat drop? Reference about the murder rate. I'm tighter than the tourniquet, killing this shit like Berkowitz. No. Which I think is, no, Berkowitz was somebody else. Maybe Berkowitz was the son of Sam. But I had a Gacy line as something else. I can't remember. But that's usually how I would learn more about them, because I would think of their name. Because everyone's heard all the names of serial killers out there. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't mean you know shit about them, but chances are
there's names you've never heard.
I'm not saying that you can't pick one out of a hat or whatever out the blue and be like, yeah, no, I've never heard of him. I'm saying the most popular ones: the Son of Sam, fucking Ted Bundy, fucking Jeffrey Dahmer, like the popular ones out there. Most people have heard of. So
they've heard of, but I don't think that they know because they wouldn't use them in their rhymes. Because some of them are like, you don't want to be associated with what they.
Oh yeah. Because I'll make sure I'll use it in a context that makes sense though. Like I'm killing this shit like Berkowitz or something. You know what I'm saying? Just something like that.
I'm just saying like John Wayne Gacy it is John Wayne Gacy. Like this dude was like,
he was fucked up.
But he was like raping guys.
Yeah, he dressed up.
You know what I mean? You don't want to use any guy that's raping guys.
Yeah, no, again, I can't remember.
I mean, any of them technically but like
speaking. Yeah, I think it was Berkowitz. Berkowitz is son of Sam. I can't remember.
And Dahmer was like, I mean, all of them were a little. And Ed Gein. Yeah, but these guys are like different breed. And what's actually tickled me, and most people probably get offended, like, yo, those are people's families. People are taken. Serial killer don't make jokes. But what killed me is like these niggas was all busy guys. Like these guys were like guys that did so much throughout their small lifetime or however, because I don't know if they all were like sentenced to death or whatever, but
I think
these guys,
some of them got killed before they actually got their sentence.
But a lot of these guys, their window of time that they had on the planet,
accomplished a lot in like 30 years or whatever.
Wow, murdering everybody. You're like, how'd you have all this time, but had no time? Unbelievable.
I just don't get, like, it's crazy to think that a mind could think, like, let's chop this dude up and put him in my freezer. You want him?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just, it's crazy to me. It's like, I want to keep this dude close to me, so I'm going to eat him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's
like,
where his headspace was, but
that shit's crazy to me.
But it's also like magic, because like it goes back to like the occult sciences and how there are groups and factions and sects that practice that.
There's still Amazonian tribes that are cannibalistic.
For the power, especially if like the person was very, very powerful, or in Dahmer's case, I assume he was eating all the people that had the most he was the most magnetically drawn to. So that's their power in itself that he yearned for. So I'm not sure. I mean, although he like explained how he felt, I'm still not sure if it was like their personal power that he wanted to hold for himself, or the compulsion of like obsessing over that person or looking at them as an object. And I don't know. It's a lot to process. But he did like a bunch of shit. That's what makes his shit so crazy. It's because like this dude was like doing this, then it was almost like he was like bored. It was like, I tried that. This didn't.
Shit. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Just peace in New Zealand. Yeah, we're kind of
peace.
We're kind of makeshift right now. We just moved studios, so this is not how the final look's going to be. Just want to give you a disclaimer. Really kind of doing like a test run, but that's why it might look a little, I don't know, shitty to my standards.
Disheveled.
Yeah, but yeah, no, we're, I'm glad I at least got this far.
Right. If you check out a lot of we got our old videos posted too. As soon as the live is over, it gets posted straight to YouTube. So you could check out like a lot of our old videos. We're over 100, so like you could see the different transitions we've been through trying to get this studio right.
There's been a couple,
but yeah.
Thanks for being with us, man.
That state of mind is just nuts, though. Like,
I feel like, I can't. Obviously, I can't speak for everybody, but I'm just like, yo, if you're that exactly like what you were saying, if you're that busy, how do you have time to do it? And like, why isn't the things you're busy with not occupying more of your time? Like, I don't
but
know.
It's almost,
I can't fathom that.
But it's almost as if bored people don't serial kill.
Will do. What's that? Say it again.
Bored people don't serial kill.
Boring people?
Bored people. It's like they're lazy as hell. That's why they're bored. Because the bored person will get up and find something to do, right? And stay active. Because they don't want to be bored. But the person that's continually bored ain't got shit going on. You would think that they would be the one out killing everybody, but the guy, he's mowing his lawn. He's got his PhD.
Well, what's crazy too,
two families.
I don't think Jeffrey Dahmer didn't come from a fucked up family either, right?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, well, not fucked up in the sense of like where you would think it was that fucked up, but his mother, like even when she was pregnant with him, she was on 26 medications. Yeah, so it's like it's a little wild.
That makes a little bit more sense.
Smoke one for me, bro.
Yeah, man, definitely. Loved in New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've always, like I said, try to understand. Yeah, it's funny too because there's like kids that I know now that end up actually being all right kids that I know of
that you thought,
but no, when they're younger, they're like killing animals unnecessarily. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's a part of the process of human nature for most, right? I think that's.
I've killed like bugs,
but I think that even what is responsible for our creation went through that process. You get what I'm saying?
Or kind of just destroying to see what happens.
I feel like it's just a part of the process. I just think that some have the ability to have a discipline where they know that, like, all right, this study has reached
its conclusion.
Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think we've got all we need here. You know what I mean?
So is
it nurture
or nature?
So in what case?
Yeah, you're talking about like in Jeffrey
for serial
Dahmer.
Killing?
Oh yeah, serial killing in general, or like in Dahmer's case, or like, and you're talking about him as far as process wise is concerned, just in general. Yeah, let us know. But yeah, because you would think that based off of like what I've heard about most serial killers, and again, I don't know if this is true. I heard they're just like
I think it's a culmination.
As far as Dahmer's concerned for the nurture nature. Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched the documentary, or whatever, mockumentary. What is it? Considered docuseries?
Yeah, it would be a docuseries.
I haven't watched it yet, so I can't say I am not the ultimate pro on Dahmer by any means. I don't know that much about him, but I will say from what I hear, it was definitely a culmination of a combo of both.
Because his father when you think, like, only thinkers are going to think this deep on this subject matter. Everyone else is going to leave it at surface level that he's a killer and he's killing black people and all these different things. But in reality, there's mad stuff to it. Like his mother being on the 26 medications, right? Then his father and him not really having a connection that most fathers and sons would love to have because there was a disconnect in the social aspect of their life for whatever reason.
I think Dahmer was a little just different.
Off,
I think he was a little off when it came to socializing,
Mm.
even with people within his house. That's how it appeared, right? And I feel like once something piqued his interest, the father capitalized off that interest, but that interest happened to be the worst thing to bridge the gap. And that was like dissecting animals and all these different things. But that was his way of becoming closer and bonding with his son.
Right.
I don't think that the father was sick in the head, but by the end of the series, it kind of like flips onto the father, where the light is kind of shining on him. Like, you were in the garage doing this. Like, why'd you nurture this?
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's where, so the nature would be the mother taking the prescriptions, and then
altering
that was
whatever
probably,
the fuck.
yeah, because that was probably dormant. The genes probably got altered a little bit.
Yeah, I would imagine, because like anything you're taking is fucking with you. It's in your system. You know what I mean? That's definitely getting passed on. Yeah, everything that is you.
Embryonic fluid that's filled with all this.
Mm-hmm. That's why it's like, yo, seeing people drinking shit when they're pregnant, that shit kills me.
Yeah.
I know there's mad people out there that got fucked up. Like me, I never really thought smoking weed was all that crazy, as long as you're not smoking a shit ton. You know what I'm saying?
While being pregnant?
Yeah, but you really, in my opinion, if like you're going to be pregnant, you shouldn't do anything but good.
Yeah, because I don't think it's, I mean, obviously we can go into that it possibly could be the weed or it possibly could be the THC.
It could just be your fucking gene or something you're eating, your water that you're using, the detergent that you fucking use when washing your. There's so much different shit you think about is on our body.
Right. I was going to say with the smoking, I think it's like actually the process. Like the carbon, going back and forth with the carbon dioxide and like the way, you see what I'm saying? Like bringing that in and out and all that. And then I don't know. I just feel like it's a little extreme because it's happening on a cellular level when you're taking that in. Yeah. I
don't disagree.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. It's one of those things I can't agree nor disagree. Like I can give you.
But mind you, I'm sitting right here, standing right here, whatever the case may be. You're looking at me, and I'm a product of a mother who smoked the entire birth.
Yeah, I'm a product of my mom probably did. Whatever she
whatever she,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it is what it is. It's like at the end of the day, that's the only thing that sucks about that is just you as the baby not having the choice of what was introduced to your body.
And I might be a little bit wittier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like think about that. Like I still came out at 75%. Disposed.
Yeah.
Wait, is that even the
right? No, it's I can't remember the word now. I can't say the word. What do you say? That's out of it. They say that don't drink and smoke, they're crazy, but we'll give them other 20 plus forms of pharmaceuticals.
Right.
Yeah, that's true
point.
too. Yeah. You
Good
know,
point.
only thing, actually, you know what? I'll say, I think for Renee, I'll give her credit. I think the only thing she did is she took, as soon as she found out she was pregnant, she started taking prenatal vitamins and whatever.
Yeah, Jen did too.
And that's it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? She wouldn't do shit.
Yeah.
So I will, I give her thanks for that. She's very disciplined with that shit. When she says she's going to stop doing something, she stops doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I wished I had that capability.
Well, you do. You just don't decide that you're done.
I'm just weak. But it's crazy. It's funny, though, because I do with other things.
Yeah, and you're deciding that you're weak. Like, you've made a decision that I'm weak.
Yeah.
Like, that's your decision. It's not that, actually, I can do this. It's the opposite.
Yeah.
It's literally that simple.
You accepted failure.
Yeah. You literally just was like, yeah, plan B works. Like, wait. What about plan A?
Nope. No more plan A.
Nope.
Plan B has become plan A. Until that doesn't work anymore.
Until that doesn't work.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Yeah, but, it's one of those things I don't argue.
Do you think that there's, like, creators somewhere just, like, whipping shit up and it's just not coming out right and they're just like, ah. And I'm talking about on a grand scale. I'm not talking about like
a whole universe.
Yeah, that type of shit. Like,
yeah,
that didn't work out.
That's fucking crazy.
Right? And how about that? That's the cataclysm, right? On the way we experience is cataclysms. But
that's fucked up to think about. Like, because I've actually thought about whole universes for like stories and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what if like those worlds just exist because a mind thought of it?
Damn, that's insane. Well, this is technically a thought form, one way or the other, right? No matter which way you believe, it's still a thought form.
I mean, a thought form as in like existence itself. Gotcha.
Is a thought form.
Yeah, I mean, it really does. Like, no one knows the true shit. It's all, if anything, educated guesses.
It's all an idea.
Yeah. That's so I think that's the biggest shit. When you can really accept that, then you can move on to learning everything else. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, until you somehow witness it, and even when you witness it, you're still only witnessing what you're witnessing.
Yeah, from your perspective. Like hypothetically, when they said like the earth flooded, it was like you were only where you were.
Yo, so let me ask you something. Do you ever just look at someone and just think about what's going on in their mind, like when just making decisions, like what they're doing, like when they come up and you say something, they respond?
I've never thought of that, but I have thought of this, which is a little weird too. Like I've seen somebody and imagined what they're experiencing when they go home, and like what. Like, you know what I mean?
Because I could settle in.
Because I could see you like this, but I actually don't know what the fuck you do when you decide to call it a rap. Like when you're in your own special personal bag and nobody's watching, that is what I'm thinking about. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's scary shit, because you think about, and that came from me working in the school system and looking at kids, because they always say, "Mister, you don't smile," and I keep telling them, like, everyone that smiles, they ain't happy.
No.
So don't let me not smile and confuse you. I'm in a great space.
No.
Like, you know what I mean? But it makes me think, it had me thinking of all the students that would pass me. And I would imagine, like, damn, what if they're going home and mom's not home and they don't know where she's at? And there's a toddler running around with nobody watching him or her. Like, you know what I mean? And at school, they're popular, they're this, they're that. They think they're the shit, but when they go home, they got that reality that they got to face. Mm-hmm. And them going to school is them escaping that reality.
Yeah, I understand completely, because it was an escape for me. You know what I mean?
So there you go.
So that's, I can totally relate. But yeah, no, I constantly be just looking at somebody like, or they'll just make a decision, like do an action or whatever, and I'm just looking at them like, yo, why did your brain process that? Out of all things, why did your brain process that? Like, what's going on in your brain right now? That made you make that decision? Like, I'd be wondering this shit all the time, dude. Like, I can't say I never do anything dumb, right? Because I'd be lying. So this is the problem with me. My memory at this point is kind of shot, right? You know, short-term memory-wise. Like, but I remember a lot of key things, and a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like weird. Like, I only have enough memory left for like the important shit. I filter out the insignificant shit or whatever. At least my brain considers. But anyways, so I don't know where I'm going with this. Whereas
you're making room.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, though, like
you're talking about people.
When they
do we consider the responses of people in the conversation? So if you say something, you're predicting it. You're hoping that the conversation is going to go a certain way. I'm saying that you're saying this, right? You think it's going to go a certain way, but they respond differently. And in that response, you're wondering how they processed it, the way they processed it versus the way you're
meant to deliver it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But just thinking about what people. So what do you say? Hold on. I do that. See someone and wonder what they go home to. Yeah, we're all different behind closed doors. Yeah, it's definitely true. I mean, I can tell you, I'm pretty simple. Like when I'm in closed doors, I'm either watching something, right?
But in what fashion? See, this is where
I'm laying on the couch.
Yeah, but see, this is the details is what changes the whole scope on what we're talking about.
But when I say like that thing, you just embody what that is, laying on the couch watching TV.
Yeah.
Looking at your phone at Facebook.
But you could be in a leopard thong, right?
Yeah, so I would say I'm usually in sweatpants.
But I'm saying, you see where this is going?
Yeah, no, true.
You know what I mean? You could have dishes all around you. You've been eating all day. You got food on your wife beater.
No. Then I'll rub one out and go to bed. That's usually.
There you go. So that's something that we don't know. But like,
I'll tell anybody.
But there's like, the amount of like shit that's going on. And then even the serial killer thing had me bugging because these guys look normal. So
Yeah.
so now
They'd be at home
I'm
wearing
like,
lipstick and shit.
my children like running around doing the most outside. So now I'm like, well, I can't project my fears onto them. They're not watching Dahmer. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like half of they're like outside. They want to like sell things because this their new thing is hustling. So now they want to sell things to the neighborhood.
Yeah, that my
So
kids
I'm
have
like,
been on that shit too.
yeah.
My
So
daughter
now,
specifically.
yeah.
My son's kind of like, yeah, like money, get it, so I can buy shit. My daughter's just like, yo, what if I do this? You give me this much. You know what I'm saying?
So that's
I'm
where
like,
my son is. He's like,
I should be promoting that more, but I'm not trying to like, you know, one thing I didn't get a chance to do is like be a kid for a while. So I'm just letting them be kids for a while. I'm teaching them lessons and talking about stuff and whatnot along the way, no doubt, you know. But I'm not trying to like steal any like the wonder from them. Like I grew up quick, you know what I mean. By the time I was my son's age, dude, I did crazy shit.
but keep in mind,
I was running the streets all
a kid
over the
in
place.
1980 is not a kid in 2022. So
No, I know that.
But I'm saying that the what they're trying to experience,
Just trying to keep them off the street in a leopard thong. You know what I mean?
that would be crazy. Yo, I was worried that my son was gonna have a leopard thong. I'm not worried.
I was kind of at one point about mine as well, but I find out he be having little crushes on these girls, and he's
It's not even a girl thing. It's just my son is just like his focus is like fun, as much fun as possible, and then this money. He just likes to collect money, and it's bugged out to the point where I'm scared, but at the same time happy. You know, I'm texting him. I'll show you the text. I'm like, how much did you make today? I made $40. I'm like, kid, like you're just dedicating your entire 8.
What the hell is he doing?
So he got his mom to buy a lot of poppets, and the lot he split them up, and he hit the streets. He's literally on the street selling poppets with 6 other kids with a backpack. This is not the beginning. It started. My sister bought a beach house. They painted rocks and sold them to the community for $1 each. That was the start of all of it. Now he just sells stuff. So his grandmother was in the house like, boo boo, you can't be selling everything. He's like coming home looking for him. It's like
TV's just gone.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Y'all got like 600.
He come in, he's in his boxers, like
counting the money.
Poor kid.
That's funny.
But nah, he's always been strong minded and very, very he carries the leadership shit. He's good to go. I just gotta make sure he hustles the right things.
Yeah, my daughter's trying to sell her art.
That's dope.
Yeah. I'm gonna set her up with something. I just didn't want to manage it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I should start.
You gotta nurture.
Yeah.
Because if she don't gotta work for nobody, fuck that.
Well, she just needs to work on it a little bit more. You know what I mean? But she already be like
she
doing
can sell it to her peer group.
Yeah, yeah. But she already be doing little animations and shit.
Yeah, it's about to be a wrap.
I'm pitching for a family gaming company.
That would be dope.
I do the my son will is learning programming like in his spare time and shit.
Yeah.
He'll just be learning Java.
Yeah.
He'd be like, oh, and if state's red, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Randomly. But nah. And then she's not even 10 years old yet, and she already be doing animations and all types of shit.
That's really crazy.
She does anime. I'm about to actually, you know what? I got a couple of books over here now too that are how to draw anime books. I'm about to give them to her.
Yeah. She about to be rolling.
Yeah, so we do that, and I'll just be the game designer and do the music.
She about to be the Marvici, the House of Marvici.
Yeah. Oh, that House of M. I
House
can't
of
do
M.
that. I can't steal that. It's X-Men.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Paint suit off me.
It's
But
really called the House of M.
there was a series called the
What
House
was
of
that
M.
about?
If I'm not mistaken, Scarlet Witch decided that there wasn't going to be any more mutants, and just thought it, and pretty much made it. So, or there's so there was also one. I think it coincides with the same thing. So
She's that strong?
Oh yeah, dude, she's Omega level. So she she was grieving about like the kids that weren't really her kids. That's where like the Doctor Strange movie that actually is from the comics. Yeah. It's not, exact, but at any route. So, so she decides, she goes through trauma, whatever, and she decides, like, I think making everybody, like, happy, but, like, as a fallacy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so everyone kind of got what they want, but it was just keeping them blind to her, kind of, like, I don't know, bending the reality to her the way she sees fit. But Wolverine kind of snaps out of it, if I'm not mistaken.
What would you do if you had that power?
I would just blink.
Like right now.
My game would be
like
made.
right now.
I would get money that would.
So like that would be your first. That's your first instinct. Your
definitely.
reflex. That's your reflex. Like the power hits you right now, and you realize you got Scarlet Witch power, Scarlet Warlock power.
I can just bend reality. I just be like money. Like, all right, got that out of the way. No, I would just live happily and dopely, and then and I would guess I would probably try and help out anybody in the process if I could. You know what I'm saying? But no.
It's interesting because can you give them the reality or do you synthesize the reality? So like if you could make somebody's life better, does Scarlet Witch have the ability to make their life better and keep it that way to where that becomes the new reality?
It was
or is that an illusion?
So no, it was that reality. And so Wolverine kind of, for whatever his healing factor, I don't know. I can't remember. He snapped out of it, like pretty much. And was like,
and
wait,
broke the whole.
No, well, piece by piece, like he had to let up. But then there was like ended up being, I think, other people that knew it was a fallacy.
So it was an illusion, in a way.
In a sense, but she really did change.
Right. So as long as they believe in it, in a way, right? So
well, she's a witch. So however that a spell would work in that regard.
Okay.
So, yeah. It's pretty much a spell. Yeah, because they broke out of it in the town.
Right.
For the series.
So what mutant could actually?
But that's like not. She actually changed all the reality. Like it would have stayed that way for everybody. Like that's crazy. So it might have been like fake magic, whatever illusion, whatever you want to call it. But the fact that she did it for everything,
perceived reality. Yeah. No, it's still ill power.
Yeah. And I want to say it was either it was the same story, and within that story, majority of mutants lost their power, or it's a whole separate thing that she also did. Where she made it to where there was almost no mutants.
Right? She just does.
In reality, she was good, but she's like fucked up. Like her brain's fucked up. Like she's got a twitch.
Playing with all that magic.
Potentially.
Yeah, no, that's just the way it goes.
Yeah, but
relax.
But it's dope too because there's a whole city that Magneto runs.
That's his daughter too.
That's the House of M too. Like there's like Genoa or whatever. He pretty much he's the president. You know what I'm saying? Like the king, and they're like the family's like royal with Quicksilver, the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? And it's like all the mutants live in this town. Like I think that's.
What's their last name? Are they is it Magnus, their last name, or his first name was Magnus?
So he's really like Eric Lencher, but he was called Magnus at one point, but his real name's Eric Lencher. He might even have like another name beyond that as well. But
how old is this name?
I don't even. That's one thing I've never really looked up their ages like that because I just looked at it as like they don't age.
Yeah, it's just comic books just going on and on, but they actually do.
But they have been.
Like when you look at them,
they've been evolving shit, dude. It's pretty fat. Yeah. It's pretty dope.
I want to really get back into it. I just gotta find the time.
There's a lot of dope artists out there, man. I have the Marvel subscription for the comics, but I don't really be reading it much. I'm also, as much as I do enjoy new shit, and I always it doesn't matter what it is I enjoy reading. If it's good, it's good, right? But I am still, I don't know if it's the 90s era, like in the 2000s kind of fan of comics.
What came out I definitely wasn't doing comics in 2000.
Just like when Michael Turner was still alive and he was drawing, his art was dope as shit.
What did he
when
do?
Top Cow and Image and all them just came out, Top Cow was dope, fresh out the gate. They made Darkness. This is actually not the era I'm really talking about necessarily. I'm talking about the good old 90s, with just the fucking X-Men, and they had both the gold and blue team.
Yeah.
Blue team was actually the best, whatever. But Even though Gold Team actually had some hard hitters, though, on that team.
Who's on gold?
Jean Grey, Colossus, Nightcrawler. No, not Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler's on blue.
He was on Excalibur. No, Nightcrawler's not on blue.
Originally? You sure?
Positive. Let's see. X-Men Gold. Ooh. I fucking hate Titan.
Beast is blue?
X-Men. He was blue. Yeah. So, let's see. Oh, no, I don't. That's not all. Team. So, Archangel, Colossus, Iceman, Jean Grey, Storm, and Bishop. That's right. While the blue team was Wolverine, Psylocke, Gambit, Rogue, Cyclops, Beast, and Jubilee. That blue team was the shit. I love Psylocke. Psylocke was dope.
Psylocke was dope.
Teams would maintain their color divisions for a few years before that eventually faded into one larger team. The X-Men's always been my favorite shit.
And it's Archangel or Angel?
I think he's now back to Angel, but he was Archangel back in like when they first.
The Horseman, right? They
yeah,
well,
he was with Apocalypse for a while.
And
he was one of the original X-Men.
As Angel, though.
As Angel.
Yeah.
Then he turned to Archangel.
Then he came back as Archangel.
When he was still blue.
Yep. He had the blonde hair with the blue skin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, it was under,
but like X-Men. There's new X-Men. I remember the new X-Men run. I wasn't a huge fan of how they drew Wolverine, but X-Men Red. I never actually heard of X-Men Red. X-Men Red is a short-lived X-Men squad with Jean Grey at the helm. It features some of Mutantkind's heaviest hitters, including Storm and Namor. Also taking part were Nightcrawler, Gambit, Gentle, Trinary, Honey Badger, and briefly Wolverine.
Honey Badger and Wolverine? Who's Honey Badger? Please pull a picture up. Clearly that's an offshoot. Honey Badger? It's a shorty? Oh, she's not fucking. Oh, so the short.
Was that originally X-Men? What is it? 23? Is there anything?
So Honey Badger is the. Honey Badger, I cannot.
That's
that's
a spin-off
movie,
of
right?
Wolverine's dog. But so that's not the first one though. I think. I can't remember the first X-Men 23. I thought her name was, and then she took it over for Wolverine. She's got 2 claws though. The chick's got one.
Yeah, it's like that bitch had the middle finger. She must be related to because the other one's related to him, right?
Yeah, they're technically like clones, I guess.
Oh,
but so Laura Kenny, that's it. Laura Kenny is actually the one that's taken over as Wolverine. Oh, I don't know if he's come back yet, but he's still part of other comics. But
so Gabby Kenny, this is her clone.
Yeah, she's a clone of Laura Kenny. It's the actual clone of Wolverine, I think. Yeah, it says it right there. Yeah, it's a clone of Laura Kenny created by Alchemax Genetics.
Oh, there's a couple of them.
Wolverine's always been the dopest. That's my favorite.
You heard? It
Yeah,
says sisters.
Yeah, there's a bunch of clones. There's also some dudes that are like clones of Wolverine. Also,
that's not good news. But they can never beat him.
They have.
Oh, they beat that ass? that's just crazy. Get your ass whipped by a piece of you. A little dab. A dollop of you.
A little dollop.
Marvel
What the
Wolverine
fuck's taking
children.
so long, man? Internet fucked up? What?
Wolverine's children. Look at this guy's out here fathering niggas. Oh, there's a blue version?
It's taking so long. The fuck?
That's a female with hair coming out the back. That one with the old Wolverine.
Yeah, that's the new Wolverine right there. That's Laura Kinney.
She's vicious. Like, oh yeah, well we seen her in the movie. She was out of control.
Based on her.
She's actually quite uncontrollable.
Yeah.
So there's a Blanca one. And that's Sabretooth, basically, right?
The blonde one?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's supposed to be his kid.
That's supposed to be his kid? Sabretooth's kid? Or
No,
Wolverine's?
Wolverine's.
His actual kid or a clone?
Oh, shit. Wolverine's fathered more than 15 kids across different universes, with nearly all of them being mutants who have inherited a fusion of Wolverine's abilities in their mothers. Unfortunately, not all of them can say they have a positive relationship with him. The poster child for Wolverine's offspring is the infamous Laura Kinney, also known as X-23. Ever since her television debut in 2003's X-Men Evolution, she's been widely regarded as one of the Wolverine's most influential and powerful offspring. To be a father in Marvel Comics is a complicated affair, and this is exemplified by the fact that almost all of Wolverine's children want to kill him, with the two most notable being Daken, son of Itsu and Wolverine, and Reyes, son of Mystique and Wolverine. Despite the violence, fans want to see a story where Wolverine interacts with his children.
They could smash Mystique. And had a furry blue guy? That's like Beast. He basically had Beast. Beast without the little. I mean,
Yeah, comics are. I love comics.
so
Yeah,
you
I
watched
remember-
House of Dragon,
Yeah,
episode 8,
yeah, it's just
episode 8.
he's Gonzo.
Yo, to be
The
like,
war's
yo,
gonna start.
children are bastards. Your daughter's a whore. Yo, the way he said that, like when it got quiet and he had to look, I said, yo, he's gonna say something crazy. He's about to bug out and really get black on them. Like that would tell me that wasn't a black moment. That was a black moment. They just put the little English accent on him. That moment was black as fuck. Children are bastards. And did he say she's a whore or your daughter's a whore?
He said daughter's a whore.
But how he said that shit? Whore.
I accentuated it.
Yeah, he was looking at the camera.
It was a hard R.
Yeah. Whore. It's like, Jesus. Yo, you know what's mad funny? If you pull that shit up, when he says that shit and you look in the background, everyone's like, what's he gonna say? it was like they all knew. It was like he was
chopped
like
his head off
in an angle that was ill too.
Yeah, dude. I was like, oh shit.
His tongue was like,
he's like, let him keep his tongue. Like this motherfucker.
Damon's a G. He's not playing no game.
I love. That's my favorite.
He's not playing no games. He's in
and they didn't like completely villainize him.
He plays Charles
him
Manson in the Manson movie.
Oh, does he? Yeah, I like how he doesn't like they're not making him like just a villain.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He like acts when necessary.
Yeah. He might bug out and do some crazy shit, but he also just
he's like a regulator. When you think about it, he's just a regulator.
He mounts up on the dragon.
He don't do nothing. He follows orders. In reality, they be trying to make it seem like he's a rebel, but he's actually not. He's really not. He marches to the beat of his own drum. I'm not gonna act like he don't, but there's like certain laws and things that they have in place that he respects.
Yeah. Because otherwise, he would have tried to make a play for the throne.
Yeah.
You know. If you think about it.
Yeah. He's cool. He's got a cool vibe. I like it. Damon's out of here though. Whore. He had one eye. He had the one eye like.
Yeah, it almost like turned pirate.
Yeah. I won't be surprised if they like. You're gonna see a lot of like
people reenacting that scene.
You said blow up.
That's gonna be some Saturday
TikTok.
Night Live shit. Watch.
Yeah.
Into the eye. I was like, yo, Damon's bugging. And then Damon chopped his head off. Like, shit.
That was a crazy scene.
Mm-hmm.
Last
Last week was crazy when the kids was beating each other up and they was getting busy. He came in off the dragon feeling himself. Right? Hopped off Vagar. Yo, who gave you permission? I did.
Right.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
What y'all talking about?
I took it.
Yeah. He started whipping ass. That dragon gave him power. Vagar. He looks like a dinosaur.
Yeah, you can tell too though, like it didn't ain't nothing about that situation that happened with getting his eye cut, the patch and shit stopped him at all. He just adapted to that shit.
With the eye slice.
Because like now he be sword fighting like a motherfucker. So yeah, that's gonna be pumping shit up.
The other brother's a little rapist. Well, he's just abusing his royalty. Like, he's there. There's always those.
That's why he's gonna probably get killed. An eye patch is gonna be.
Aegon, but doesn't he? Didn't they say? I think he rules for a little bit. If I'm not mistaken.
I think he might be.
And they said that he's worse than Joffrey. Is that the Aegon that rules? One of those Aegons rule, kind of young, and end up being like ridiculous. So it's either him or the one that came out of Rhaenyra. But I thought the one that came out of Rhaenyra, I thought that was
Yeah, no, I can't. I think she loses the Dance of the Dragons.
Who does?
Rhaenyra's. What is it?
No, that's the aunt.
No, Rhaenyra.
Rhaenyra is the
daughter. Yeah, so Rhaenyra is she's, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, you're saying she basically
based off of
based off the trailer?
No, so I don't know how close it's going to follow it, and honestly, I should go back and watch it to see how close it's been following it. There's a series of videos that were released about the House of Dragon.
You talking about the books?
I don't know if they're I don't know what they were. I think they're released by HBO, but they're like fucking hour, I think, long of like the whole story. They're broken up into parts.
Really?
Yeah, like the whole story of the Targaryens and like and all that shit. And I'm pretty. It's about this. Yeah, it's on YouTube. And it came out before this did.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So I think it's like but it's like a footnotes. Like it's not. It just speeds the story along to tell you what happens. It's just a lot of history, like and broken up into parts. So maybe they're not hours long. Maybe they're 15 minutes long a piece.
But it doesn't talk about Aegon ruling.
So
not the very first Aegon.
I didn't watch all of them, so I don't know.
There's 4 Aegons.
I think I've watched it. It was about what's going on right now, and I don't know if I got to the part where after I just remember reading that she loses. That show's on HBO Max, I think.
Oh, okay. I'm about to check that out.
But yeah, no, it was pretty cool because it's like, again, there was no like real diving on one particular topic for it. Just kind of went, and then next he brought his people here, and he thought this was happening, so he brought his people there, and you know what I'm saying, and
that type of talk.
Yeah, but there's a lot of shit in it. You should watch it. It's pretty cool. Well, may not want to if you want all this to be a surprise.
I still want to know which Aegon is which, because there's the first Aegon, then there's the Aegon that came out of Alicent, then there's the Aegon that came out of Rhaenyra, and then there's Snow. Snowgon's is Aegon.
She named one of her kids Aegon?
Yeah, the last one. From her and Daemon.
And the fucked up part is
that's 4 Aegons.
So that's what they named him?
Bro, yes. There's an Aegon from Rhaenyra, an Aegon from Alicent, the original Aegon that like was running shit, and then Jon Snow's original name is Aegon.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that.
So I'm noticing like they don't really. They're serious about their names. A lot of like they keep shit.
I think that's his father.
All in the family. Everything they do is in the family.
Jon Snow's, yeah, I know. Jon Snow's father's Rhaegar, right? The one that supposedly had killed Ned Stark's sister, but in reality they were in love.
Yeah.
And fucking at the end of the day, like this dude didn't even remember what she looked like. Anyways,
who did it?
He just kept it. Baratheon. He just kept on hanging on to that.
The stone. He kept hanging on to the statue.
But it's like, at the end of the day,
I thought he grew up with her, though.
So, in reality, he was supposed to marry her, right? You know this.
Sworn to her, yeah.
And he was all about her, but she wasn't all about him.
She's like Rhaegar.
Yeah, so he's like, did all this. He started the war over this shit. That's Robert's rebellion was because she died. And they blamed Rhaegar for it.
Who killed her?
I think childbirth killed her. That's when Ned Stark went up to the tower, and that's what she said his name to him.
So their lineage has a history of dying, giving birth.
Well, so yes, but
because Lorna,
but other ones were made to die when they sliced them open. They gave them a C-section, and they couldn't heal that shit back in the day.
Lorna was a C-section.
Varys' wife,
Damon's.
Who?
The black one. She just died giving birth.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I forgot about that one.
And
actually, Viserys' wife, Aemma, I think her name was.
Emma, yeah, she died, but she got cut open though.
But because of technical difficulty giving birth. That's why they even sliced her open. Mm-hmm. Except for Rhaenyra, she just be.
Rhaenyra's a factory.
She get up. What?
She's like,
it's my baby.
She don't do no daytime fucking. She fucking.
Look at.
No daytime fucking. She fucking all nights. You got it?
It's true.
Getting with her. Rhaenyra's something else, boy. She went from looking like she didn't want no penis to one at all.
Well, she's like, fuck it. This dude we tried having kids. And it ain't successful. I'm trying to get some pipe on. Can't blame the girl.
Yeah, nah, dude, that dude like dudes.
Mm-hmm. They said they tried.
I don't know how hard they tried. They don't look. They didn't even look. Yo, it was mad funny. Their little interaction together was hilarious. When she went looking for him,
you couldn't make one kid together. You know what I'm saying?
Right, it wasn't.
You couldn't just muster it up for one kid.
Muster it up is wild, crazy. The mustard seed, muster up the mustard seed. Yikes.
You couldn't just figure it out.
For Christ's sake.
Pete's sake. Or Targaryen's sake.
For Targaryen's sake.
Because think about it, if they could have just had one kid, at least the first kid.
Yeah, he wouldn't have called her a whore.
Even if she was afterwards and was a parent, it wouldn't matter because they have the first heir.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
We have an heir.
We're Gucci.
He was tired of the shenanigans. He was like, yo, the jig is up. Like, y'all sitting here not saying nothing, I'm not. That is black as hell. Like, yo, I'm done. In a house of all white people. Like, no, you gotta chill out.
This is crazy.
They had his head. Poor guy.
Yeah,
now there's no black people left. You got like two. You got Damon's daughters, the twins.
Yeah.
Well, other dude. He's finished. He's done.
Damn, yeah. So I'm just wondering how many seasons they're gonna carry this out?
4, they said.
4?
Mm-hmm.
I'll say because it's not.
10 it's 10 episodes for 4 seasons.
Yeah, well, it's going to definitely start slowing down then. You're going to be doing more big jumps, maybe one more.
The jump is over.
But I think
all
jumps for the most part are done.
Jumps where they're like...
All of a sudden.
Right, yeah,
I think the goal was just to get him to like young adulthood.
Yeah.
And they're pretty much there.
Is it a certain allotment that they're given to where they can't like what I'm trying to say is that does HBO give them a set amount of time and they have to create within this certain amount of time as far as production hours, right? And then they have to fall within that, and that's what causes them, like where they, because technically they could have had like 15, 16 episodes. Like back in the day, like Law and Order has how many episodes?
That's just probably
per
what,
season.
Yeah, no. So I think this is just what the writers of the show and J.R. Martin did together. I don't think it has anything really to do with how much time they can have.
No.
This is just a story that they wrote together. So, because
why would they?
This is Martin's creation, George R. Martin, right?
Right. Yep.
This is his creation, right? So, I think he's working a lot closer with them, and it's like just the story, the Dance of the Dragon story itself, ends in like that's what it is. It's 4 seasons. That's just, you know what I'm saying?
No, not that part.
So, but I don't think it has anything to do with any time limits. I think that's just the story they wrote.
So why do a time jump? I don't think he wrote time jumps. He actually wrote.
No, I think he would definitely, any writer would write definitely time jumps a lot of times.
Like that.
Yeah, because the Dance of the Dragons itself, like the war is the kids that have the war. So there's no point of spending multiple like seasons or slowing it down that far with the kids, because really the meat of that whole story is the kids going to battle over the throne. That's, they talk about it like, I think even in the podcast after the show, where it's like, you see how Rhaenyra and Alicent had this friendship together.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they loved each other.
Right.
And you see how like there's moments where they want to try and reconnect. But obviously they're on the paths that they're on now, and
the children
it's
not
like ironic, right? Because there's these relationships, and with Viserys dying, he's just like an old man that wants to, feel like he's done some good before he dies and brought his family together or whatever. Try to get his house in order, And at the end of the day, the kids don't give a fuck about any of their history.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're just like, fuck you, pay me, it's mine.
Right. Yeah, kids are wild.
So it makes sense that they jumped the story forward, to be honest. So I don't want to watch like day in, day out them being kids and doing, vicious shit to you. I want to see it like when they're older, warring. You know what I'm saying? I want to see the mate. And I'm sure there'll be other shit that goes down like that with kids. Yeah, I like, where do you go from there after finishing that story? It's like, it'd be weird.
Yeah.
You have to start, but
I mean, they had 2 huge jumps though.
Yeah,
they had like a 10, 11 year jump span.
But I think they
forward and 6.
I think they had to, like, that was really just setting showing how things start, and what they evolve to, and then what happened here. It's like cut scenes pretty much leading up to when shit really gets started. Yeah, I think that's and that's that. I can't fucking wait to go to bed.
Really?
I'm fucking tired as shit.
Last night for me was one of those nights where I didn't know until I laid down. And
I got a feeling my back is going to ache like a bitch tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah, just fucking, just like hooking all this shit up. Like, again, like lifting shit all day. Loading shit, unloading, moving. It's like I got nothing done, but I got a bunch done all at the same time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All while having no time. I'm fucking my next day off.
You got your kids this weekend?
Yeah, I'm picking them up tomorrow. But yeah, my next day off, I'm literally gonna get my hair cut. It's next week. Otherwise, now I'm getting a haircut, and then I'm coming home, and I'm gonna just lay in bed.
Is that type? Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna have.
You gonna binge out?
Oh shit! No, that's right. It's Saturday. I got to go to a funeral. R.I.P. to Pops. Oh, cool.
Yeah, my sister's grandmother passed, so rest in peace to her.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Got her funeral and stuff.
Shit's already hurt. Well, thanks for whoever did tune in with us tonight, even though, obviously we have.
Appreciate you guys, man.
Yeah.
We had New Zealand.
Yeah. It's obviously a lot of work I got to do. I threw a lot of this shit together, like wires-wise too. I think I wired everything correctly, but I threw a lot of it together. You know how like what I try to do when I run the wires, right? And
that looks crazy.
This happens every time too, right? I start off with what I think should be underneath, like the bottom wires, and then kind of run everything like that. But then you're like, oh shit, I got to plug this in. And
like, is this even necessary? Like, you're telling me that every wire we're looking at is required?
Yes.
Every single wire.
Correct. But a lot of it is one, like, longer wires looped around. Judge it more off of this, not what's on the floor. You know what I'm saying? That's still a lot of fucking
so you're
wires.
Saying
this is like some of it's the same wire looped around.
Okay.
Like I have some of it kind of wrapped up. It just doesn't look like that because there's wires of all different lengths. That's the problem. None of these wires are fucking like
the right length.
Yeah, but it's like you can't get the right length. You know what I'm saying? Or I'd have to measure it out just perfectly, and fuck all that.
So really, in
I could arrange it to where it looks better.
You got to Velcro the length.
You know what? Actually, I could do too. Is I can just put a tablecloth over it.
Sweep the dirt under the bed.
Yes.
This guy, yo. I'll do it. I like doing shit like that. Yeah. Wire shit.
Yeah, you have to fucking.
No, I don't gotta unplug. Well, I will, but
as long as you just unplug and replug.
Yeah, I'll just unplug one side.
Oh yeah, I'll just be down here.
Yeah, but I'll bow them, get the length right, and then Velcro like these things you got.
Yeah,
Velcro.
I have actually some of them too. I have a couple of sleeves.
Oh, you got sleeves too?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
you got the stuff you need.
It was already just 7 hours to do with this. So
no, but you've never sleeved.
No, I just got the sleeves not that long ago. Oh. I've never sleeved because I never had them.
It's like, yo.
But I finally did like my computer, like with all the cable management inside and shit. Yeah,
good.
Before I've always kept it completely covered like that one, so I didn't give a fuck. Wires would just be where they had to be.
Sworn I thought I just seen someone stand right there. That was very
smart. Yeah, you did. It's Jake.
It was who?
State Farm. Jake.
State Farm. Did someone put that in a rhyme that
yeah,
something pop up at State Farm?
Yeah, I can't remember who. I think it was.
Have you heard Rome Streets?
I don't think so.
He's an interesting fella.
It made it more interesting because of what you just said.
Yeah. His rhyme, like he's dope in a weird way. Now, I can't really put my finger on it because he's not saying anything crazy. So I'm trying to figure out Rome Streets. Yeah. Maybe you can put your finger on why. That one wasn't good. I watched that today. But put on got another one. Put out. Alright. That one. Yeah, right there.
Check. When it comes to
Is this him?
No, call him up.
Hard plug in. Over here, I just don't feel like doing it. I'll let it load a little bit.
Check. When it comes to big balls, style, the grind, the streets, this next individual got all the check marks. Represented by one of the top labels in the game, Griselda Records, Rome Streets. Talk to him. It's overtime, baby. Let's go.
Hey yo, it's Rome Streets, nigga. You already know what it is.
Feels like Warren
Look.
G.
Hey yo, check. What the fuck you thought I wasn't going bubble, bitch? Push a Benz GT on some space shuttle shit. Started out a trouble jit, out to level up the rich. Had the world in my palm when I first touched that brick. Gucci gloves on a rubber grip. Was wildin' out young, got kicked out. Had cops in my grandmother shit. Pocket full of 10 butter hits that my brother whipped. Drive through, serve you out the window. They loving it. They tried to slice me on the way up, but now they sucking dick. Grown men acting like hoes. I never trust a bitch. That street law only break ones given by government. Rock the fashion rebel with the gun tucked under it. Shoot for me and all my sons I'm running with. Reward only come a risk. Numbers on the board, I'm up 106. Slide with fly broad, you been squared like a floppy disk. Your front teeth will drop out your mouth, you try to copy this. Rocky wrist, pockets on stocky and it's obvious. All you fools on lukewarm, I got the hottest shit. When you hear me rock, you know God exists. Two-piece the devil when he tried to box, I had the blood clot and shit. Yeah, you weird niggas spit, but you not as lit. I'm raw like Peruvian coke, come take a brolic snip. Wake your nose up, ain't shit changing, still fuck you, pay me like a old slut. But now my doze up, flower that grew out the concrete, look how I rose up. 6 figures, niggas thought I wouldn't make it as a spitter. They told me do trap or auto-tune, now they hitting me up for a verse, but my price is not affordable. Before you heard me rap on mass appeal, for real, I had a brick of Molly wrapped in plastic vacuum seal. Living fast, paranoid, can't relax and chill. Deep in dirt, washing mud off the back of bills. I served Chris plenty rock, he never had the will. To kick the habit, now it's smacking his needle fill. This shit is real, you gon' eat or not. I made a castle out of couple stones to start, I ain't need a lot. These niggas' eyes be wide open, they still don't see the plot. Too deep inside, they emotional logic in they top. Being broke, my only op, I aim to hold a guap. And all across the globe is pretty hoes on Romy Cock. I got a flock, I'm a man of leisure. 6 figures on the visa, keep the blickers, it's procedure. I'm in Milan with Louis on. It looked like magic how I elevated fast and I ain't use a wand. I'm super lit, they use my face for murals. I had stacks of 20s all from fiends, now they pay me in euros. I had to rise from trying to sidestep the bureau. Walking on the edge of the razor, stepping on pure blow. This the flow I fried your favorite with. They nowhere close, I smoke anything in my radius. If she ain't fucking touching no money, then she get 86. Time is money and I only spend it with a wavy bitch. The money laying right in my lap, I ain't chasing shit. The load I carry too heavy for you would break your wrist. I race the whip through Gotham like I'm Bruce Wayne. Same old player, new game, just more vicious. My body of work is deaf like a mortician. I told a deaf nigga, boy, listen. Fuck out of here. Strong streets, nigga.
I told a deaf person, boy, listen.
Hey, yo, hey, yo.
Yeah, he got like a different, I don't know, there's something about him.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta be honest, there's some parts where I was just like, eh. And then he started going in. I was like, okay. Yeah, like I appreciate the fact that if you listen to when I started noticing that, it started making me appreciate it more. It was mind you, you're right, he ain't really saying shit.
Right.
But I started noticing that he was actually rhyming a lot more words.
Yeah, and but like out of nowhere, you're like, oh, he can rhyme. Like he realized.
Yeah. Like he was rhyming. He was actually rhyming. He wasn't just spitting, just rhyming.
He wasn't just trying to end with the N word.
Right. Right.
He was rapping.
Yeah, he had like 6, 7 fucking syllables and shit. But yeah, I think we're gonna wrap this shit up right here. We appreciate you tuning in here for our Ground Zero show. Yeah, I got some more work to do, but at least the bulk of it is set up. Makes me happy.
That's it.
I guess I'm gonna push this back like foot. Move everything back. Maybe I'll hang those lights. Because really, I need them to get rid of the shadows. Because I do want to use the green screen. But that's all I need them to do is just get rid of the shadows. So if I back, actually what I should do is back the green screen up and not back anything else up. And then put the lights, you know what I'm saying?
That would be smarter. I mean, the proximity between here and there is not that serious.
No, I just gotta get the main camera working. Like the wide lens, yeah. Just gotta get the wide. It's feeding it this one, but not giving it to this one. So what I'll end up...
And you think it's because of...
It's how I have it wired. If I unplug that one, and just boot up with that one, then it will apply to that one as well.
Then you plug that one in.
And then I'll plug that one back in, and then they should both be on that same wide lens. Or what I could do is I can just change the cameras. If that one's going to give the wide lens, maybe I don't want that one to give the wide lens. I might just switch them physically.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying? That's actually what I just should have done. But whatever.
Like, that's funny.
That's reality.
Yeah.
But otherwise than that, I dig like having the TV right in front of us, like when we play shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's gonna be dope. It's much easier to see the fucking chat. Otherwise, yeah, we're moving in the right direction. This is
it.
This is dope. So I'll get the rug in here.
Start talking more shit. Yeah, we.
Once I get that green screen working. But like I said, worst case is not. If I don't, I'm just gonna get a black curtain, and then I'll just get the Margucci Media, and I'll end up replacing these ones with clear ones. I blew the image up too big. That's what happened.
Yeah, blotchy.
No. But whatever, they're also kind of cool in a sense too. But then you have the clear one behind us anyways until those are replaced.
Steps towards greatness.
Yeah.
All right, that's our show.
Yep.
See you guys next week.
I can't do a cool old like outro or anything like that because that shit's just not working. I got to redo everything. That's what I think the problem was. Just got to redo it all. I was trying to avoid redoing everything, but yeah. Once I get my other computer to where actually I should be able to get it up on the network now, when I could just take the files I need right off of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'll have that all set for next show. Next show will be definitely good, though.
All right.
Cheer. All right.
Cheer.
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 Cheer. Cheer.
Yeah. I said. Nah.